Global Fight Talk. I'm your girl, Lisa Marie. We have a very special guest with us today. We have none other than Rashad Daywalker Coulter. Rashad's going to be stepping in the cage next month for XKO for the light heavyweight title belt. And this is going to be the very first belt that, not first belt, but the first light heavyweight title that XKO is going to be given. Rashad's going to be facing the very tough, heavy handed Alan Nelson, who's coming out of San Antonio, Texas. And we're just going to get with Rashad and, see what's going on, talk with him about this very exciting bout that he's going to be having against a very tough opponent next month. Rashad, what's going on?
Hello, what's going on?
So, how's the training camp been going?
Good. Tiring. I'm down 20 pounds in 3.5 weeks. I feel good. Hard work.
So, you're going to be fighting at 205, is that right?
Yes, ma'am. 205 pounds.
Now, what weight class do you usually fight at?
Normally I fight a heavyweight. I normally walk around about 230, 235, and probably try to fight about 225.
But in the past, I guess in the beginning of your MMA career, you fought at 185, or you just fought a couple of times at that weight class?
Yeah, I fought at 185 once. I've mostly fought at 205.
So you're going to be fighting for the title. Now, this is going to be the first heavyweight title for light heavyweight. Yeah, my bad. I guess you're not that big, right? Light heavyweight title for XKL. So how's it feel to be the first to be fighting for this title?
It's good, man. I want to be the first light heavyweight and, like you keep saying, heavyweight. I want to be the heavyweight champion, too. So I'm excited. 205 means I'm in shape. It means I put in a whole lot of work.
So you fight out of Octagon MMA, and I know Octagon MMA have a lot of killers at their gym. You got UFC fighter Sean Spencer, and you got so many other guys. I don't know if they have guys like your size, but I guess it's good to get in the ring or in the cage with someone who's light and fast. So let's talk about your sparring partners. How much are they a big help for this upcoming fight you got?
I got a lot of versatility. We have some big guys, but we got guys that's 85, 70, like Charles Bird. Man, he's strong. He's athletic. One of the best kickboxers out the state of Texas. I got Terrell. You guys will be here seeing him real soon, man. That guy has probably got to be one of the strongest human beings I've ever wrapped up with. And I got a young kid who's like John Jones. We call him the Nigerian Nightmare. His name is Kennedy. So I got a lot of very talented guys. Sean Spencer in the UFC. So trust me, I'm getting pushed. I train with some of the best guys in the state.
So let's talk about your coach. You have Safe. Safe is the head coach at Octagon MMA. And then you also have a boxing coach out of the gym. So let's go ahead and talk about Safe. How important is he to this fight? I know he's big on winning. He hates losing. Just like every coach. You should want to hate losing. But something about Safe that I always hear from a lot of his guys and just different people, that he's always he's a strategy type of guy, and whatever it takes to win. And it just seems like, there's not a particular type of style. It's not like, I want you to win from the ground. I don't want you to win from striking. I just want you to win, period. So it's more like, be a smart fighter. Don't be just a striker. Just don't be a ground guy. Just be a smart fighter and get the win. So how important is he? How big of a factor he has over you with this fight?
He pushes me, man, as far as my wrestling goes and my ground. He's very smart. He hates losing. He thinks that stand up is a great aspect of the game, but man, if you don't have that ground cardio and that ground game to go with it, so he pushes me to my breaking point. To the point to where sometimes I even think like, man, why am I even doing this to myself? But he's very strategic. He hates losing. That's in the cage and in life. He doesn't want us to be losers in life. He wants us to win. He wants us to be good family men, be good, workers, businessmen, just period. So he helps me mentally as far as winning in every aspect of life and not just in MMA.
So let's talk about your other coach, your boxing coach. Not too sure. I don't remember his name. Apologize for that. But he's out of Allen, Texas. Let's talk about how you guys met and how you guys come together, and also the importance of his boxing skills going into this fight.
My boxing coach is Nathan Peppertone. He has Rob Brent, Tony Mack, We also has Jerome Davis, Adrian Taylor. I actually met him when I was doing strength and conditioning at Jerome's gym in Richardson. They had a boxing gym in the back, and I just go over there and watch it. I was fighting MMA, and I asked him if he could just start working with me as far as uh, boxing goes, and he just took me under his wing. The dude loves me. He thinks I have all the potential in the world. He thinks I can be a champion in boxing. Um, but he's a student of the game. He learns from Derek James, Errol Spence, and everything that Derek teaches him. He shows me, and I love Nathan. Man, Nathan is just an awesome human being all around.
I know that this is an MMA fight coming up next month, but I'm hearing a lot of boxing talk from you. So, what do you like better? Do you like boxing or MMA? Me personally, because I'm a boxer, I'm gonna be, I'm gonna say boxing just for me, but I also I'm in love with MMA. It's like almost I'm cheating on boxing, but I do love MMA. But what do you like most? Because in boxing, to me, it feels like if you don't have the skills, your skills will be exposed in boxing. And there's just MMA and boxing there's no comparison, but the cardio is totally different. It is its own game, its own art. So, what do you think? Do you think that you're eventually going to venture off to boxing and put MMA to the side for a little while? Or, you just love MMA and you just doing boxing, just to get some fights?
Um, I love boxing. I like MMA because it's more brutal. Like I can jump on you and I can hit the ground. I can basically do whatever I want to do to you. And you're right about being exposed if you're not a true boxer. I mean, shoot, I get exposed all the time in here going rounds with Adrian Taylor and and all these guys. But I love boxing. I love learning boxing. I love the art of boxing. I love the footwork in boxing. I love how boxers put their punches together. I love their angles. I love how they throw with the same amount of power in the first round they do in the 12th round. Um, but eventually, I think I'm gonna ride out in boxing. I'm gonna fight a few more times in MMA. I do want to go to the big show as far as MMA goes, but in our reality, my heart is really leaning towards a lot more boxing because I love learning, I love watching, and it's just like boxing is growing more and more and more on me.
Well, I guess we're going to be seeing you in boxing in the near future. So I guess in the future, I'm going to be interviewing you for some boxing fights. But let's go ahead and talk about your opponent, Alan Nelson. He comes out of San Antonio. I know he's fought a few of people that you've known in the past, and I'm sure you watched a couple of his fights live. What are his strengths? I mean, everybody has strengths and weaknesses. And what kind of fighter is he? And without saying too much on what you're going to do in this fight, other than win, so let's talk about him. What do you know about him, and what are you doing to train for Alan Nelson?
I like Allen's fighting style. He comes forward. He doesn't look to go to the ground, which
Which is good for you because you love standing up.
it is good for me. But like Mike Tyson said, everybody has a game plan till they get hit. Once he gets hit, he might turn to a ground guy. But I like the point. I like the fact that he likes to fight. It's a fighting style that I like. We're kind of like the same person. He likes to stand up. I like to stand up. He has a lot of heart. He comes forward and he only knows one way to fight, and that's like not to fight for a decision. He tries to fight for the finish. He tries to go for the knockout. He likes knocking guys out. He just likes to bang. So I mean, I like the guy for that, and I like to fight for that. But he's facing me, and I mean, I've been doing a lot of cardio. This is a 25-minute fight. It's not, I'm not training for a first round knockout. I'm training to go the distance. So I've been doing a lot of cardio.
This is 5 5s. Yeah, yeah. Well, yeah. Good luck with that one, because yeah, I don't do 5 5s. But okay. I know you got two beautiful kids. You're a single dad of two, and what do they think about you fighting? I know they're always with you. So what do they think about their daddy fighting?
I'm their hero. They don't think daddy can ever lose. They love me, man. They're my biggest cheerleaders. They're fighting right now on the mat.
Well, let's talk about this victory you're going to get. Are we going to be a Conor McGregor and just go ahead and say how you're going to win, and in what round, or are you just going to say, hey, I'm just going to get the win however I can get it?
You know, I, I'm not the one to predict fights. I never call out what round I'm gonna beat somebody in or none of that. I just know, man, that I'm coming to win, and I believe in my heart that it's not gonna go the distance, and I believe that my hand is gonna be raised, and it's gonna be a devastating victory.
Well, Rashad, good luck to you. You fight next month at the Gas Monkey. Go ahead and let everybody know, your fight fans, your family, your supporters, your followers, where you're going to be fighting at, where they can get tickets at, and what time are they supposed to be there. Give them all that information out.
Right on. I'm fighting at Gas Monkey Live off of 35 and Technology, April 30th. I am the main event, so I probably won't be fighting till about 10 o'clock. You guys can look me up on Facebook, Rashad Coulter. My Instagram is Shad, Shad Coulter, Coulter. And my Twitter is Rashad Coulter. But man, y'all come out, man. It's gonna be a most definitely gonna be a fan friendly fight, and it's not going the distance. I can guarantee you that.
How much are tickets? And where? I know they can go online and purchase the tickets, and when they go online, they have to choose you as a fighter, so you can get a percentage from that. So you guys always got to support your local fighters. So do you have the website that they can go to?
I do. It is www.extremeknockout.com, and extreme is spelled Xtreme knockout.com. And select me as your fighter, Rashad Coulter. And tickets, they start at $20 for like standing tickets, and $35 for general admission seating, and cage side is 65. I suggest y'all select those $65 because they're going fast, man.
So any last minute shout outs you want to give before we wrap this interview up?
Honestly, I just thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, man, and I thank my family. I thank all my coaches. I thank you guys for doing this interview for me. And I thank everybody that just believes in me, like all my supporters, all the people that's been there for me, all my training partners. It's too many people to name. But everybody knows, man, my heart is for everybody that loves me and supports me. I'm more than humble, and I'm very grateful and thankful for everybody.
Well, Rashada, I really appreciate your time. I know today it was one of your training days, and I had to come in and invade. This has been another segment of Global Fight Talk. I'm your host, Lisa Marie, and of course, your special guest is Rashad Daywalker Coulter. I have Rashad's son, Javian Coulter. We're going to ask him some questions about how he feels about his dad fighting, not also just fighting in general, but just as a dad in whole, and him fighting for the title fight. Javian, your daddy's going to be fighting next month. He's going to be fighting for a title fight. How exciting is that?
I think it's really exciting because he hasn't got an MMA fight in such a long time, and he's been waiting for a long time.
Now, I know you love your daddy. Do you ever get worried when your dad steps in the cage?
Nah,
Why is that? Do you have that much confidence in your dad?
yes,
Is your daddy your hero?
yes.
How is your dad as a father and as a fighter? Do you separate the both?
I wouldn't really separate the both because they have the same personality. They're both hardworking, and they both.
Is there anything you want to say to your dad before he's crowned XKO light heavyweight title holder?
I just want to say, uh, thank you for everything that you've done for us, and hopefully you win your fight.
You want to wish him good luck?
Yes, ma'am. I wish you good luck.
All right. And what is your name again, and how old are you?
Javian Coulter, and I'm 11 years old.
Thank you, Javian. I have Rashad's other son, Javian Coulter. Jaden Coulter, I'm sorry, Jaden Coulter. We're going to ask him some questions about his dad just as well. Jaden, how do you feel about your dad fighting?
I feel really good because I really think he's going to win.
You think he's going to win? Do you like him fighting more MMA or boxing?
Boxing.
Why is that?
Because It's less dangerous and he gets paid more.
Do you think that do you get worried when your dad fights in an MMA fight?
No,
No. Why is that?
because I'm very confident in him fighting.
What do you think about your dad as a fighter?
Very good.
Now do you fight?
No,
Do you ever think about fighting in the future?
no.
You don't want to fight? What do
Mm-mm.
you want to be when you grow up?
A YouTuber?
A YouTuber. So are you going to start now?
Maybe, if my dad allows me.
Okay. So is there anything that you want to say to your dad about his fight next month?
I wish you good luck. No.
All right. So give me your name again. Tell me how old you are.
Jaden, my name is Jaden Coulter and I'm 10 years old.